Hey guys, in our earlier video we shot the M33 Triangulum Galaxy, and now we're going to process it, and we're going to use Pixinsight for the majority of the process, and then we'll finish it off with Photoshop. So I like Pixinsight. It's definitely not the cheapest software out there, but to me it's the easiest. So let's get started. Let me put my eyes on so I can see what I'm doing here. Alright, first we're going to open the file. Let's see, I've already got it stacked using Deep Sky Stacker. It's 1120 frames at 20 seconds a piece, which comes out to be 6 hours and 13 minutes. And then here it is in its linear form. Let's stretch it. And oh, let's unlink. Let's go to screen transfer function. Click on the unlink RBG channels and then restretch it, and there we go. That looks much better. Okay, it's still linear, but this is just a preview of the stretched picture. Wow, that looks pretty nice. So, alright, first thing we need to do is we need to crop these corners off. These edges that where the stacking software, I did 2 nights, so let's go to geometry, dynamic crop, and we're at 9576 by 6388. Let's check, let's go down 500, so 9076, and let's see, that would be 6888 or 5888. And gets rid of all of them. Check mark. And it's done, and then so now we need to get rid of this gradient. So we'll go to process, background modelization, dynamic background extraction. Alright, on galaxies like this, I usually like to use a tolerance of 6. And my sample generation, let me pull this up so y'all can see it. A sample generation with this big thing this size, this not that many stars. Let's do 20, and we'll keep the sample rows at 10. And our target image correction will be set to subtraction. Then click generate. There's all of our things. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to get rid of all the ones that are in the or close to the galaxy. So let's delete that one and that one, and we'll keep that one. So you see how they're green? Lets me know. That one and that one. That one, that one, that one. Alright, now this part's kind of tedious, but it's not that bad. So we'll just start at number 1. We're going to zoom in, and we're going to make sure none of these squares or on a star like that one. We'll just pull it away. Go to number 2. Go to number 3. Now, you see that one's on the little one. I don't think that really matters, but just to be on the safe side, I get rid of them all. Alright, I'm going to continue doing this and then I'll get back to you when I'm done. Alright, just did the last one. Let's zoom back in. And then we're going to click the checkbox down here. If you can see it, I think my picture may have got it covered. Alright, first let's take a look and see what we removed. So we pulled all that out. And we're going to close this. This is the original. Maybe this one in there, and then we can stretch it normally. Oh yeah, looking pretty good. Alright, now we do color calibration. And we go to photometric color calibration. Now, you can type in all this image parameters by hand, but it's a lot easier if you just open one of your subs. Click acquire from image. It pulls everything over, knows exactly where it is. Close that back out, and then click the do button. Sometimes this takes a while. I'll get back with you when it's done. Alright, we're done. That took approximately 4 minutes. And when it's finished, you get this white balance functions. And you want it to look like that. Don't exactly know what that means. I don't think anybody does. But you just close it out. And then what we're going to do is unstretch it and stretch it back. And now it's color calibrated. Now what we're going to do is do some noise reduction. We have some noise in there. Let's try to get rid of some of that. So go to noise reduction. Now I like to use Noise Exterminator. This is a paid for plugin, but it's not that much and it does an amazing job. So the default's 90. We're not going to do that. So let's bump this up to 50 and 40. Let's try that. This actually takes a while too. I'll be back when it's done. Alright, we're back. That process actually took about 2.5 minutes, so not that bad. Now if you want to see a before and after, that's the before, that's the after. So now what we're going to do is now we need to stretch it, permanently stretch it into its non-linear state. So we'll go to Process, Intensity Transformations, Histogram Transformation, pull up a preview, select our window here, and then we'll just pull this midtone slider all the way down. To go. Is that it? Go again, and as you see, it's going to starts pulling the histogram up top, and it'll start pulling it. I like to pull it over here to this second line. That's probably a little overstretched, but that's okay. And there we go. And then we pull our black point down. And keep an eye on the shadows right here. We don't want to clip any data, or just barely any data. Alright. And then that's it right there. And now, this is a stretched, so if you click, that's going to stretch it some more. But if you go back, so it's a stretched image now. So now what we do, oh yeah, we already got some good color in there. As I like to do, we've got to remove the stars, which is, I use Star Net 2. Don't forget to click Create Star Mask so you can put them back. And this one's definitely going to take a while with this large file size. So I'll be back when it's done. Alright, we're back. So now that removed all the stars and gave us a star mask. Close that. That process took almost 8 minutes. So let's minimize this. Now we get a good look at just the galaxy. So that is kind of cool looking. So now what I do is I make a mask. So go to Mask Generation, Range Selection. Of course, you need to click this. Now our fuzziness, we're going to put it at about 35. And the smoothness, we're going to put it at about 20. And then what you do is you pull your lower limit until we just get rid of the background. Which is about right there. Now you always want to go just a little bit more, but because for some reason when you create it, it always goes back just a touch. So let's see what we got there. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we'll put our mask on. Minimize the range mask. And so now the background's all protected. So what we're going to do is first we're going to just stretch it just a little bit more. Oh, not with that. We'll do a curves transformation. And this is not going to, this is only going to pull that up a little. Click OK. And reset. Now we're going to pull the saturation up. And click OK. And then now we're going to invert the mask. Now you're going to see that this is protected, and we're going to work on the background. So let's do our preview again. And this, we're going to go back to RGBK, and we're just going to pull it down just a touch. Now we'll get rid of our mask. And now let's add some saturation to the star mask. So we did the same thing, curves transformation, saturation. Some color and stars. And we'll minimize this, and we're going to add the star mask. We're going to add the stars back using pixel math. Very simple. Expression editor. We'll just do our picture plus the star mask and run it. And that looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Okay, so we're done here. So now I'm going to save it. Make sure you save it as a TIFF. And it needs to be 16-bit. So we can open up in Photoshop. All right. Now we minimize this, and we open up Photoshop. Hey, it's Galadriel. Open and day 2 light. Let's make sure down here, and we want to open the one we just did. There it is. So there's not really a whole lot to do here. I just like to kind of go in and make some adjustments to the contrast. Pull the contrast up a little bit. And do a minor sharpen, which is going to be under filter. We'll just do very minor sharpen. And that's it. So then we save it, but what we're going to do is export it as in the format we're going to do it as a JPEG, and we're going to make the quality high. And then click export and save. Now all right, I hope you like this kind of content. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's take a good look at our final image. Thanks for watching.